problems that you or someone in your family may be suffering from but have not yet found permanent relief, despite spending a good amount of money and time on various treatments. Ashtang Chikitsa can also be used as a preventive method so that you keep your internal organs functioning at their optimum levels. Are your doctors telling you you will have to take medicines lifelong? Your problem cannot be cured but will only have to be managed. Organs do not regenerate. Today is the day when you will come to know you may not have to take your medicines lifelong to manage your disease. Your problem can be cured. Organs can regenerate. Now I'd like to introduce you all to Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji, a rare Kumbhak yogi. Swamiji has been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found any relief even after years of using allopathic medicine. He's taken people out of chronic diseases like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and even life-threatening diseases like cancer. Who is this webinar for? Very, very important for people who are tired of temporary treatments and are looking for something natural and permanent. For people who want to take charge of their health in their own hands and are willing to work on themselves to come out of their health issues. Reversing Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems with Ashtaang Chikitsa, freedom from pain and medicine. So, what are the problems that we cover in Ashtaang Chikitsa are muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, TMJ disorder, varicose veins, psoriatic arthritis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, spinal stenosis, myasthenia gravis, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, carpal tunnel syndrome, ataxia, Guillain-Barré syndrome, AVN, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, glaucoma, vertigo, ankylosing spondylitis. All these diseases that we just talked about are degenerative diseases, which means that the organs are becoming weak. So a long-term or permanent solution is possible if we can increase the regeneration factor of the body. No medicine can regenerate the organs, be it allopathic, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, or any other medicine. In today's webinar, you will discover the one and only method that can regenerate the internal organs. So, let's hear from Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji. Please pay attention to what he has to say about the human body and the diseases because you will not find this information anywhere else. Through his knowledge, thousands of people suffering from chronic ailments have transformed their lives completely. It can change yours also. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Now, I'd let you know how we are going to proceed in the webinar. After this, you're going to listen to the recorded video of Swami G, where you will get to know about your own body and how it functions and how smoothly you can come out of your health issues like knee pain, back pain, and a lot of chronic problems also like myasthenia gravis, ankylosing spondylitis, etc. After that, we will be having somebody live who's been a part of this Ashtaang Chikitsa program. Then we will be sharing the online program details. Last but not the least, Swamiji himself will be joining us live to answer all your questions. So let's take our virtual seats and let's not be distracted by anything which is not going to let you focus on what Swamiji is trying to say. So till that, I hand it over to Anilji to please share the recorded video. Namaste. Thank you.
Am I audible? Am I audible? There is nothing harm in giving a little smile. You'll feel good. Isn't it? Smile has become rare in the world. So, what we are doing? We are doing Kumbhak Chikitsa or Kumbhak therapy. Anybody who has heard this name Kumbhak before? Have you ever heard this name Kumbhak? People into Yoga Kalachara, they might have heard this word Kumbhak. But what we are presenting is a part of Ayurveda, not yoga. So it will be a little different, right? This is a part of Ayurveda. Now to introduce you to Kumbhak, are you doing Kumbhak in your daily life? So let's start from there. Anybody and everybody cannot do any function without Kumbhak. So let's understand Kumbhak first, and let's see what can Kumbhak do in your life. So anybody and everybody cannot function without doing Kumbhak. So let's do an experiment, right? We'll do an experiment. And you have put your cameras off. I don't know whom I'm speaking to. It's when people gather together, it's an opportunity to actually see faces and meet people. And you don't know tomorrow will be there or not. Can anybody guarantee? So enjoy your today. If possible, put on your cameras. Clasp your fingers. Clasp your fingers. And pull hard. Pull hard. As hard as possible. How you creating this strength of pull? Relax. How you are pulling. How you are pulling. Lot of things might be coming to your mind. Using the strength of your muscles, using your conviction, using your mind and whatnot. But you are not looking at the right point. So let's do it again. And wherever I am indicating, look there. Let's do it again. If you do the experiment, you will know what I am talking about. So everybody should participate. Pull hard. And see, the more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes or no? The more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Can we now push? Can we do a pushing experiment? Push hard. And see, the more hard you want to push, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes? Yes? Now pick up a point in front of you. Pick up a point in front of you. A small object or a point in front of you. And try to focus without distraction. Focus on that point. Focus on that point. Become absolutely still and focus on that point. The more focus you want to create, you'll see your breath will become shallow and it will hold up. You know, you can relax, you can relax. I don't know if you had breakfast or not. You had breakfast? You had breakfast, okay. Just remember clearly with your closed eyes. Remember clearly in detail what kind of breakfast you had in the morning. Close your eyes and try to remember in detail the colorful imagination. See, even if you have to remember, you have to hold your breath. And then your remembrance becomes better. Okay, relax. Somebody talked about dementia. What is your problem? Why you are not able to remember? Because you are not able to hold your breath. Now, if you have to balance yourself, stand on one leg, or somebody is pushing you. You want to stay on the ground. You want to hold the ground. What do you do? What do you do? Somebody wants to push you and you want to hold the ground. What do you do? You hold your breath. Yes. You want to stand on one leg, create a balance. How do you create a balance? You hold your breath, right? How do you dance? How do you sing? How do you walk? You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Don't notice it. You don't notice it. You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Walking, jogging, yoga, Zumba, aerobics, whatever you do, household chore, whatever you do, even you have to get up from the chair. What did you do? You held your breath for a short time, isn't it? Can you do any action without holding your breath behind? You can't. The only thing is you are not noticing it. You are not noticing it. So action in life happens because of Kumbhak, the breath hold that you did in variable proportion, at variable point of time, in variable mode, sitting, standing, lying down. What you are doing? You are holding your breath, or you are doing Kumbhak. You are doing Kumbhak to do an action. Now in all your problems, in neuro musculoskeletal problems, what is the basic issue that you have? It is inability to do action properly. Yes or no? Any kind of neuro musculoskeletal problem, what is the basic issue that you are suffering from? You are not able to do action properly. When you do action, either you feel pain, or you do not have that kind of strength, or you do not have hold over your limbs. Yes? So let's understand the basic problem. Only if we understand the basic problem and we connect it with something which is practical, you can come out of the problem. Otherwise, in the last 100 years, tell me one person who has come out of arthritis by taking medicine. One person who has come out of rheumatoid by taking medicine. One person who has come out of Parkinson, dementia, and so on and so forth, osteoporosis, by taking any kind of medicine. We do not have even a single proof in the last 100 years that we have come out of these problems by taking medicine. And I'm talking about chemical medicine, allopathic medicine. Now one more commonsensical question. Would you put diesel into a petrol engine or a petrol vehicle? No? Not, never? Never. So, tell me, was your body designed for a chemical intake? Your body was not designed for chemical intake. For the vehicle, you use your common sense. For human, your body, where does this common sense go? If your body is not designed for chemical intake. Your body is not going to become better or healthier by chemical intakes. So where is the proof? All these diseases, are they increasing in the world or decreasing in the world? It's all increasing. All the chronic disease are increasing in the world. Is there a single diabetic patient who has come out of diabetes by taking medicine in the last 100 years? One blood pressure heart disease patient? Do you know blood pressure and heart disease has become the number one cause of death? Thyroid patient? Have we been able to cure any thyroid patient? Autoimmune disorder patient? Cancer is increasing at the rate of 12% every year. Arthritis, rheumatoid, and you listen to all those problems. Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems. Even a single patient hasn't been able to come out of these problems by taking chemical medicine. In fact, the data says these all problems are rampantly increasing in the world. So it is high time that we look in some other direction. We think out of the box. With a different kind of a false narrative, you are not going to become better. You start with one medicine, and how many medicines you have come up to? Now, if we understand this body, we can understand how we can reverse our problems. The whole purpose is to reverse these problems. So one example, the core key of how to reverse your problem, I have given it through an experiment. So whenever you make effort, you use Kumbhak. Now effort happens with your Neuro Musculoskeletal system. You use your breath hold to integrate your Neuro Musculoskeletal system to make an effort. Right? So if your Neuro Musculoskeletal system do not get the proper regeneration and degeneration, you will not be able to make right effort or proper effort. What I am talking about is regeneration in the body, new tissues forming, and degeneration of the body, old tissues going out of the body. This is a continuous process that is happening in the body. So let's see, is this regeneration and degeneration, the balance of this has deviated in the world? So what is your knee problem? What is your knee problem? The regeneration of cartilages are not happening. Myelitis, or what you call as myopathy, muscle loss, muscle weakness, what is that? The regeneration is not happening properly. The arthritis factor also happens because of lot of toxins at the joint. The degeneration is not happening properly. Toxins are not getting removed from the body properly. So this regeneration and degeneration is something that we have to get into balance. How many people you see are overweight or underweight in today's world? This problem is huge in the world, isn't it? Either the people are overweight or underweight. to maintain the right weight balance has become difficult in the world. Yes, isn't it? Yes. What is the basic problem? It is the imbalance of regeneration and degeneration. In Ayurveda, the rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. There is a word for it in Ayurveda. The rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. The energy of regeneration and degeneration is called as Pitta. And the material management in regeneration and degeneration is called as Kapha. So Ayurveda says, if there is a deviation of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you will get into Neuro Musculoskeletal Problem. I'm generalizing it. Any kind of neuromusculoskeletal problem comes under what I am describing. So, I will describe it in another way also. But let's first talk about regeneration and degeneration. Now, this regeneration and degeneration depends upon what? It depends upon your body's ability to utilize food. What you term as metabolism. Your body's ability to utilize food. The food that you eat, the body should be able to utilize it to create new tissues, to create muscles, to create bone density, to create nervous system or nerves. Now this metabolism has gone weak in the world. What is the proof? Do you know neuromusculoskeletal problem is a metabolic disorder? Do you know diabetes is metabolic disorder? Do you know heart disease is metabolic disorder? Thyroid is metabolic disorder. Cancer is metabolic disorder. Any kind of chronic disease has a metabolic disorder in its core. Even your immune system disorder, autoimmune disease and other immune disorder, metabolism is a precursor to any immune system disorder. And they work inversely proportional. If your immunity is high, your metabolism will come down. Your immunity will go high when your body will get into some kind of risk. Do you think when you put a chemical inside the body gets into risk? Your body is not designed for chemical intake. When you put a chemical medicine into your body, the body gets into risk. It enhances, increases the immune system and downplays the metabolic system. All metabolic disorder is increasing in the world because of chemical medicine intake increasing rampantly in the world. One major factor of why you have got into Neuro musculoskeletal problem is from childhood you are taking in chemicals or pushing chemicals inside the body. In the name of vaccination, in the name of doing something good to your body, you are actually doing a criminal act with the body. And obviously, the health quotient of the world cannot increase because of your destruction or destructive activity on your own body. I'll give you one example. All of you must have some quantity of medicine at home. Everybody has paracetamol, yes or no? You have paracetamol or some kind of painkiller in your home, in your first aid box, right? Now I'm just trying to make you understand. It is very important that you get it right. If you understand the whole thing clearly, then only you will be able to take a right decision towards correcting your system, isn't it? What you do in your life is your freedom. But you must get it clear in your head first. So, there are two kinds of painkillers. One is called as steroids. The other category is called as NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Your paracetamol, nimesulide, there are many, ibuprofen, aceclofenac, diclofenac, all these comes under NSAID. Now they do this pain relieving activity by inhibiting a biocomplex called prostaglandin. Prostaglandin inhibitors. They are called as prostaglandin inhibitors. Now prostaglandin, what it does? Prostaglandin activates the regenerative factor in your body. When you are taking a painkiller, you are saying, I don't want new tissues in my body. When you are taking a painkiller or you are trying to put down your fever, you basically are saying, I don't want regeneration in my body. So what will you get? When you take paracetamol, what will you get in the life? Arthritis, rheumatoid, myasthenia gravis, dementia, tendinitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, and so on and so forth. Because these are all degenerative disease. What will your body do if it has to kill a virus within itself? Everybody of you must have gone through some kind of cold and cough, viral flu or corona. In your life, you must have gone through all these cold and cough, viral flu, some kind of a viral infection. What happens when you get cold and cough? What happens first in your body? The body raises the temperature, what you call as fever. The body raises the temperature. By increasing the temperature by 5 degrees, the virus will get killed. But the moment body raises temperature, what do? Paracetamol. You are saying, I don't want you to kill the virus. So you want to treat yourself by taking medicine. If you don't take medicine, the viral will go off in 3 to 5 days. But if you take medicine, it will go off in a week to 15 days. But we are intelligent people, you know. We want to give credit to some medicine. So a week and 15 days is okay. Because if you would not have taken the medicine, you would have been treated in 3. You would have become well in 3 to 5 days. But we are intelligent people and we have to give credit to the recovery to some medicine. We choose a longer path. Okay, we'll become fine in 10 to 15 days, so we take medicine. Despite of your taking chemical intake, you are still living and breathing. Just pat your back, appreciate your body at least. With so much of torture, you are still living. This body is such a resilient entity. You have tried to kill it in every possible way, still it is living. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You are trying to stop or activate every function within yourself, within the body. The body knows how to survive, how to do action. Are you doing the heart activity inside the body, your own body? Are you doing it? Are you conducting it? Are you conducting any function inside the body? Doing the heartbeat? You are not doing it. You don't know how it is happening. Liver function, are you doing it? Kidney function? Neuro function? No, you are not doing it. But you feel it is my right to stop any function inside the body or deviate any function inside the body. You take in a chemical. These chemicals are called agonist or antagonist. They either stop a function or deviate a function. So we have tried to kill this body in every possible way. If it is still surviving, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, isn't it? You must at least appreciate the sturdiness, the robustness of this mechanism, which is human body. Okay, so I just gave you a hint of what we are doing. Don't go on narrative. You all are intelligent species. Use your wisdom rather your information or education. Please use your wisdom. You are all intelligent people. Don't always agree to what somebody says. There is a wisdom of life there which is alive in you. If you think from that wisdom, you can see this very clearly. So, Vata Pitta Kapha. Now I'll talk about Vata Pitta Kapha in a way where we can actually correct it. So, the whole system or any living entity functions on 3 factors, which is Vata Pitta Kapha. Of course, I described it in a different manner. Now I am describing it in a different manner. First, the most powerful aspect which is needed inside your body is pressure. Pressure. Because action always happens in pressure gradient. So even if the cloud has to pour somewhere, you have read this rain cycle. From the sea, the water has to rise and become cloud. Then the cloud moves from high pressure to low pressure zone and pours down there. So even the cloud movement happens in a pressure gradient. From lower down in a tree, the tree has to pump water and mineral and all the food up. That happens in a pressure gradient from a high pressure to a lower pressure zone. In your body, food moves into your cells and out of your cells in a pressure gradient. You have to create an osmotic pressure. Your body has to create an osmotic pressure of the tissues and cells for proper intake and exchange of materials and gases and water. So your body functions in the right kind of a pressure ecosystem or architecture. If this pressure architecture goes down, your organs will not function properly. The absorption will not happen properly. Exchange of water, gases and nutrients will not happen properly. The right kind of pressure has to be generated in the body. Now I'm giving you one more example and proof to understand this. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. If you compare your grandfather and grandmother with yourself and think of the same age line, at the same age, what is the difference between them and you? One common difference. You can say they were not into these many problems. Yes, but what is that factor because of which they were not into all these chronic disease? They could make more effort with their body. You can't make that much of an effort with your body in comparison. They could do lot of things at a particular age with their body, make lot of effort. At the same age, you are not that efficient comparatively, isn't it? What we have lost through the ages, we have lost the capacity of effort making, of making effort. Our capacity of making effort is less than their capacity. So what you have lost fundamentally, if you have lost effort making ability, you have lost the capacity to hold your breath, because you make effort by holding your breath. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Are you with me? We have done an experiment. If somebody has joined later, they can watch the webinar again, because it is very important that you understand things. Only then your life will become better. It will not become better with ideas and narratives. So what you have lost in 2 generations, the ability to make effort with your body. That means you have lost the ability to hold your breath. Do you want to improve your life or not? Do you want to improve your effort making ability or not? Do you need a Kumbhak practice or not? Let me tell you, this is the only way through which your life experience, the quality of life will improve. There is no other way. If you think some medicine can improve your life, you are daydreaming. It will never happen. You must increase the body's ability to make effort. Now, what is metabolism? What is metabolism? The body's ability to utilize food. Now, take an example from your life's experience. You know, in your life, whenever you did lot of activity, that day you get lot of hunger. you become more hungry, isn't it? The more you become hungry, the more the body utilizes food. So with lot of effort in your young days, whenever you did lot of effort, lot of work, you became more hungry that day, you ate more food and your body utilized more food. How did you do that activity? Whatever activity that you did. By holding your breath in variable proportion. When you did Kumbhak, your body's ability to utilize food and your hunger increased. So Kumbhak increases metabolism. And we have a lot of proof of that. There are thousands of people who have done Kumbhak and they have improved their metabolism. Their regeneration capacity has increased. People with lot of degenerative disease, they have come out of those diseases. People have come out of degenerative neuro disease also. Paralysis. People have come out of paralysis. Drop foot, myasthenia gravis, lockjaw, frozen shoulder. And we always say, even in the case of Parkinson, there is only one way in which you can improve your condition, and that is by doing Kumbhak. So first thing first, your metabolism has to improve. The moment your metabolism improves, the autoimmune factor of the body balances out. So whenever you take a pill or take some food which is deviated, genetically modified, hybrid, processed, inorganic, your body gets into risk. So it increases the immune quotient, the immune factor, the metabolism goes down. Whenever you take medicine, the immunity increases, metabolism goes down. We have deviated the environment also. Even with your breath, when you are breathing, your immune factor is trying to push up and your metabolism trying to go down. No doubt, all the metabolic diseases are on rise. They are becoming epidemic. So first thing first, you have to increase your metabolism. And that will happen with Kumbhak. With Kumbhak, you can increase your metabolism and you'll see the moment you increase your metabolism, the autoimmune factor which is there inside the body, it goes down. It balances out itself. So even rheumatoid arthritis or any kind, Hashimoto or any kind of autoimmune syndrome in the body, it gets balanced out. It can become, you can reverse those things by taking in steroid. You will get into more and more problems. You should only take chemicals in a very emergency situation and for a short period of time. You should only take medicine when the condition is at a very high risk, and that too you should take it for a short period of time. Then you should ideally work upon the body in such a manner that your body's recovery strength, regenerative strength, metabolic strength, immunity, hormonal balance, detox strength, they improve. And the body should be able to take care by itself because your body is designed for it. It can take care of anything by itself, but that strength has become very weak. So by Kumbhak we can increase all those strengths. So you should be working upon the body. If you start doing Kumbhak, you should work upon the body for at least 6 months. For 3 months, continuously if you work, you can reduce 50% of your chemical medicine and take some alternative natural medicine. After 6 months, you decrease that 50% of chemical also to null. 100% of what medication you should be taking has to be natural, without any side effect, those kind of medication. Herbal. After 1 year, no medication at all, because your body is designed to take care of itself. You don't have the recovery strength. That's what we will increase through Kumbhak. Now, you can't change the environment. The second factor. I'll talk about 3 factors and then we'll go towards the question answer session. We'll tell you a little about the course. So the second factor. With every chemical, you get a side effect. You get an adverse drug reaction in the body. Right? Now, it doesn't happen with just chemical intake. It happens with the deviated food intake also. It happens with the deviated environment also. Now, you can't change the environment overnight. You should start changing the environment today. It will take 200 years. So what you should build is your tolerance toward a deviated environment. To build a tolerance toward a deviated food. To build a tolerance towards the adverse drug reaction. If you are tolerant enough, you will get less damage in the body. You can reduce the damage. You can reduce the adverse drug reaction. You can reduce the impact, the side effect of those things, isn't it? So how do you tolerate things? Now suppose you lift a 10 kg weight. You lift a 10 kg weight. How do you lift it up? How do you tolerate it? You hold your breath, isn't it? Can you lift any weight without holding your breath? No. The more weight you have to lift up, you'll have to hold your breath more. So you tolerate things by holding your breath. Suppose you have to now lift 20 kg weight. So you have to hold your breath even more, isn't it? How do you tolerate weight? 10 kg weight? By holding your breath in a certain proportion. Now if you have to lift 20 kg weight, you will have to hold your breath even more. Are you practicing it? No, you are not practicing it. You are not doing Kumbhak. So how will you ensure that you do the risk in your life, the future risk gets reduced in your life? How can you ensure then? If you do not improve the tolerance of this body. By taking medicine, you will land up in a hospital one day. That is for sure. And the organ damage will happen one after another. You have to ensure that you tolerate the wrongs, the side effects of whatever we are consuming at this point of time. Not only consumption, but the environment also. So if you have more tolerance, you will be saved. Otherwise, there is no chance. Right? Second part, I have told you. Tolerance. That's how your future risk and the tolerance to all the wrongdoings will increase. You will get less damage. Okay. So, metabolism you have to improve. Kumbhak will improve. Tolerance you have to build. That Kumbhak will do. Third thing. What is the greatest weakness in your body which has created all the damage? Do you know it? You actually don't know. What all your diagnostics do is basically measure the symptom that is happening. But why the damage happened inside the body, nobody can actually scan it, diagnose it, do any test of it. The diagnostic system, the current diagnostic system cannot even tell you 1% of the total things that is happening inside the body. So it is insufficient. We have to do some other kind of diagnosis which can tell us the root weakness in the system and work upon it for a faster result. So that is why we do the world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually diagnoses the weakness in the functional capacity of human body, a particular functional capacity. So we tell you to do a little experiment with your breath, with a little experiment with your body and emotions, and fill up the form. Those results actually help us to come to a conclusion of what functional aspect of your body has become weak, because of which you have got into a particular problem, and then the other problem also came along. That is what we take as a basis to customize your module. We teach you a generic module. All of you will be taught a generic or the same kind of a Kumbhak module, and after diagnosis we'll customize it as per your body. So everybody's Kumbhak module gets customized according to the problem the person is facing, because all of you don't have the same problem, isn't it? You have all different problems, and it has progressed into multiple issues also, but something might have started first. So we do a diagnosis, a different non-invasive world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually tells us the functional weakness of your body. Right? We don't test ingredients, we don't test levels. We test the functional weakness of your body, and we customize the module according to that, so that you get a faster and a better result. So pressure I talked about is one thing through which you do action. The temperature of your body also has an ability to treat you or and keep you in a better health. That is called as Pitta. Pressure and temperature actually does the material management of your body. So pressure is called as Vata. Pressure also generates or regulates the temperature of your body. So it is called as Pitta, the temperature factor. And the third factor is Kapha, which is basically material management, which happens because of pressure and temperature. So this is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. The most powerful way to correct Vata, Pitta, Kapha is regulating the pressure. You can regulate the pressure by breath hold only. There is no other way. So we control the Vata. The Vata is controlled by pressure. The pressure also regulates the Pitta, temperature of your body. So Vata, Pitta gets control. Vata, Pitta together controls the material management, the Kapha factor in your body. The regeneration and degeneration thereby gets into balance, right? So just by two factors, regeneration and degeneration, I have explained how it can be corrected and what are you doing to correct it, what is the right approach, what you are doing, how it is a wrong approach. You can take a proof of evidence of the numbers, the data of people into disease and how much it is increasing day by day. From there you can have the evidence of what I am saying, and you also know it through your own experience. So the experiments that we did, it's all into your experience. So we have to look at the health of humanity from a completely different perspective to actually reverse it, come to a state of health and happiness. Right? I'll stop here.
Thank you so much for listening to Swami Ji patiently. Now I would like to request Josephine ma'am. Neha, has Josephine ma'am joined in?
Yes, Sheja.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Can
Thank you,
you hear
ma'am,
it?
for joining us today evening.
Can
So
you hear
if you
me?
could switch on. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you switch on your camera, please?
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
I've got no
No
indication
worries.
here. No
There will be
indication.
a rectangle.
Is it on? No. Oh no, what have I done?
It's not on.
I've got no indicators on my phone for the camera. What do I do? Nothing on my screen.
Okay. Do you have
Oh dear.
anybody around who could really help you?
No, I think it's okay. We can just listen to her.
Ma'am, it's okay. Don't worry. Josephine, ma'am, it's okay. No worries. You can unmute and share your journey with our participants, please.
I've unmuted myself.
Yes. Beside that, only the video logo
I
is
can't
there.
hear
So
you.
I'm saying beside that, only the video logo is there. If you're not able to find it, it's perfectly fine. You can just speak. Yeah,
Okay,
there
I'm
you
on.
are. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I'm on.
Nice to see you.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
I can't hear you.
We are able to hear you, ma'am.
I can't hear you.
Anilji, can you please say?
I'm sorry,
Josephine, ma'am,
I'm not very good with this.
we are able to hear you, but don't worry at all. We are able to hear you. Even if you're not able to hear us, it's perfectly
Can you
fine.
hear me?
You can just
Yes, yes,
share your
perfectly.
experience.
Shall I just carry on?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I had a fall 3 years ago, and I couldn't. I was not. The mobility was gone. I couldn't move my legs as I wanted them to. I couldn't climb upstairs properly. It seemed like as if my legs couldn't carry my weight. I had to go on a trip on a bus, and I had to climb up the steps of the bus, and I found that I couldn't put my feet one after another. I had to hold on to the rails of the bus and pull myself up for each step. And that was how weak my core muscles and my legs were. But after doing the Kumbhak and the exercises and all that, I went on a trip just 2 weeks ago, maybe. I found that I could get on the steps of the bus, and I was so overwhelmed and exhilarated by it, but I just stepped up and went off. And I had a smile on my face, and everybody on the bus thought I was smiling at them, but I was smiling inside because I was happy to get up the steps by myself. And another thing is that I was able to walk properly without swaying. And, sometimes I go to church and come back from the service and come back to my seat, and I'd be swaying and holding the pews as I came along. It was not so good. And I thought, what am I doing? What am I doing? I just can't balance myself properly. But after the Kumbhak, everything is fine. I really love the exercises. Thank you, Mr. Swami G. Really, really good explanation of what we're doing to ourselves. And to Reena G, who has explained everything so perfectly and so well, and that at the end of it, she says, any questions? And we have no questions because everything has been explained so well. I'm really grateful for that. I think that is a wonderful idea for a lot of people. But when I tell them about it, they say, what? You don't take any medicines? No, I don't, because I used to take a lot of medication for my eczema, and they used to give me bags of steroids, packets of steroids and paracetamol and things like that. And I thought to myself, no, this is not going to work, because I know that steroids are not good for us. It stays in the body, and then it can help you, get Alzheimer's. And that's what I read. Perhaps it's true. So I stopped all the steroids and I stopped all the paracetamols, and I don't have anything in my cupboards, because my helper who came to help me clean the house, she said, ma'am, I got a headache. Have you got a paracetamol? I said, no, I don't have any. I don't keep them. Listen, this is what I can do for you. I'll boil a cup of water for you, and you drink that hot water. That will solve whatever you have. Either it's constipation, lack of sleep, or, some other thing. And she looked at me funny, she thought, what is this, ma'am? She doesn't have anything in a cupboard. But that's a believer. That's my belief, that all these chemicals are not good. Every time I take something with chemicals in the ingredients, my eczema gets worse. I know it's a sign. It's a sign that something is wrong, that something is going in and not working for me. So I have, every time I get something from the shops, I look at the ingredients and I put it away. I said, no, this juice or this cranberry juice is no good for me because it's got parabens and whatever, some undescribable items in it that I really don't know what they are. So I would say Kumbhak has helped me regain a lot of my mobility, my agility. I started doing Bharatanatyam classes because I wanted to balance myself and get a bit of, agility. And I'm doing better now than when I first started. When I first started, it was difficult for me to even remember what I had to do with my left leg. My right leg would do all the things that the teacher said to do. And then when it came to the left side, I would, forget or, not be able to. And I was so miserable. I said, oh my God, my left brain is not working as good as my right brain. I used to confuse myself with more things, and make myself so worried. But I know that Kumbhak has helped me to regain some balance in my life, balance with my feet, my movements, my regularity with, everything in my body, And I'm very grateful. I'm very overwhelmed by what I heard from Swami G this evening, but I'm still taking it in. And it's a good testimony of what we should do to our body, how we should care for our body. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope more people will join in this Kumbhak. When I tell them about it, they say, oh, it's a scam. Don't go for it. Oh, when I first started this, it's a scam. It's this, it's that. There are lots of things on the internet now. Do this and you'll be well. Walk for 10,000 steps and you'll be well. But I believe that the body can heal itself. The body can heal itself. But the how of it, I didn't know. And now that I've heard of Kumbhak and all the exercises, all the different parts of it, the Vata and the lower regions and the Muladhara and all that, I really enjoy it and I really believe in it. I suppose one of the things that makes it work is when you believe in it and when you know that it's good for you. So I thank you so much. I hope that everybody will do something about, Kumbhak. Join in.
Thank you so much, Josephine, ma'am, for that inspiring message. And hope you get rid of all your problems. Already you're halfway through. So thank you for joining us and taking out your time. to inspire the participants. Thank you. Okay. So we'll play some testimony in the meanwhile.
Rastnaji, I think we can continue with the program details. Testimony has already
Okay.
been shared.
Okay. Okay. You can share the program details there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
All right. So let us know about the Ashtaang Chikitsa online program details now, as a lot of you uh, must be looking forward to. First of all, this is a guided program which is conducted online by trained Kumbhak mentors. There's a team of Kumbhak mentors trained by Swami G, and they'll be the ones who will be conducting these online classes. There are 3 modules in the program, as you may already have known by now. The Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Duration of each module is 21 days or 3 weeks. So 3 weeks into 3 modules makes it a 9-week program. But here it says 9 plus 1 week. So why 1 week extra? That will also come to know. There'll be a total of 18 classes, 2 live classes per week for 9 weeks. So it becomes 18 classes. What are the next steps that you can take? Pay the program fee, and there's a special group fee that we'll be announcing. After that, you'll be filling up a participant onboarding form, and we'll be creating login credential for course access. We'll talk about this course access also. And then you'll be starting your classes with module 1. Module 1 is the Vata module. Everyone starts with module 1. After completing, they go to the next module, which is the Pitta module and the Kapha module in the end. Module 1, it has 6 classes. Module 2, also 6. Module 3 also has 6 classes. So it becomes 18. But then there'll be 3 special classes after each module, 1 class after each module, to clarify every doubt that you may have. Although your doubts will be taken in the live classes only, but it will be these extra classes will be separate from these 2 classes per week for 9 weeks. And then there'll be a customization class also. We'll talk about this customization class in detail very shortly. So there will be a total of 22 live classes during these 9 weeks. What are the class strategies? You have 2 options to choose from. What are those options? And these batches are especially for Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Perth, because all these countries are 2.5 hours ahead of India time. So we can have participants from all these places. Weekend batch number 272 is starting on 19th July. It's a evening batch, 7:30 p.m. And this time is Singapore time, Hong Kong time, Malaysia time, and Perth time, which is 2.5 hours ahead of India time. And then there's another batch. It's a weekday batch and it's a morning batch. This one will start on 4th August. So depending on your preference, you can choose any one batch. What is the class experience like? As you must have understood by now, these are live sessions conducted on the Zoom app. Mentors watch all the participants in the class, so it will be compulsory to keep your cameras switched on during the classes. You'll get written instructions in English. In India, we give it in Hindi also. The session recordings will be provided to you. These are the recording of your classes, the live classes. After the class is over, we upload it to your course dashboard. You'll get a login ID and password, and you'll be able to see all the previous classes that were conducted. There'll be a lot of extra things like mental practices will be given to you. You'll get a unique diet perspective. Mind you, this is not a diet plan. There is no diet plan given in this therapy while doing this therapy, and there are no dietary restrictions at all. You can continue having the kind of food that you are used to eating. Then there'll be simple detox processes that will be given, and a lot of knowledge will be shared during these 9 weeks with us. Before I share more details, it's very important to know who this program is not for or who all will not be able to do this program. First, this is not for people who are looking for a magic pill and want results tomorrow only. There's no medicine used in this. In fact, this is a program through which you can leave your medicines, especially the chemical medicines. So no medicine is given in this, no pills are given. And this is not for those who are not ready to work on their body, because every day in the beginning, you'll be required to invest 80 to 90 minutes to do your daily Kumbhak practices. Initially, because things will be new to you, so it will take around this much of time. As you keep on practicing, this time will reduce to maybe 45 minutes or 50 minutes maximum, or maybe an hour, depending from person to person, because everyone learns and does anything at their own speed, at their own understanding. So this is the kind of time that you'll be required to invest in, and this is not for those who are impatient. We understand when you're into pain, when you're into a chronic ailment, and for so many years the patience goes down. But still, from our side, we have to say that patience, if you keep patience, you'll be able to take advantage of this amazing therapy. And this is not for those who are looking for a free treatment or just some tips, because it is to be done under the supervision of trained Kumbhak mentors under their guidance. You'll be doing this program. So it's not a free treatment, and it's not something where you pick up some tips, because as you must have seen, Swamiji didn't give any tips. Neither are we going to give any tips, because any kind of tip can can give you a little bit of relief temporarily, but it's not a solution. Uh, had that been the case, you would have already solved your problems, because there are thousands of videos on YouTube and other places. So many tips are being given, but still the problems remain. The body has to be looked at from a different angle. The way we have been told that body functions like that, that's not true. A lot of it is not true. Had that been true, they would have known how to cure this body. But body doesn't function the way we are told, the way we understand through Google and other places. So a permanent solution is possible if you think out of the box. A different solution has to be thought about. Like Swamiji shared a lot of things which may have not made sense to each and every one of you. But that's how body works, and that's how thousands of people are getting out of their chronic ailments. Now let's talk about what all you get in the program, how do you get support, how is the diagnosis conducted, how is the customization done. All this we'll talk about in detail now. Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. This is the magic of this therapy. Like Swamiji told in the video, uh, we don't look at levels. We don't ask for reports. Through this diagnosis, and this is one of its kind on the whole planet, this is a unique diagnosis. And through this diagnosis, Swamiji is able to determine the weak functional strengths in your body, due to which you have landed in your current health issues. Now, let me explain how this is done. First, let me tell you that this is a non medical diagnosis. And secondly, it's done online only. How this is done is, you'll get a link to a form, and you'll be asked to do some experiments on your breath and emotions. And you'll be writing whatever you observe in this form after doing these experiments on your breath and emotion. Second, you'll be writing about all your health issues in this form in the order that they occurred in. Like you'll be writing first this problem came, then this one, then this one. In this order, you'll be writing about all your health issues. And third, you'll be uploading a selfie photograph, shoulder and above, in which the face should show very clearly, but no specs on the eyes. And in case of ladies, no makeup also. When these three things reach Swamiji, he is able to determine the weak functional strengths in your body. And how this diagnosis will be used, that will uh, discuss shortly after this. Then there'll be one main class of 60 to 90 minutes weekly once, one practice class of 60 to 90 minutes. Now, what is the difference between the two? In the main class, there'll be a lot of things happening, like the mentors will demonstrate how a Kumbhak practice is to be done, because there's a fixed specific count to which you have to inhale. There'll be a count till which you have to hold. There'll be a count till which you have to exhale. There'll be a count till which you have to hold again after exhaling. And while holding, what else you will be doing, where all you'll be focusing, that becomes a formula. Every In each new main class, new Kumbhak practices will keep on adding. In these 9 weeks, new Kumbhak practices will keep on adding. So, whatever you learned in main first class, in the second main class, there'll be some more Kumbhak practices. Then in the third main class, more Kumbhak practices will be given. Now, second thing that happens in these main classes is, in some of the classes, Swamiji's videos may be played for more knowledge and for better understanding. And in the end, there'll be small time left, a little bit of time left in the end, where you'll be practicing whatever was demonstrated by your mentors. And in the practice class, as the name said, it will be complete practice only. Now, you'll get access to recordings of all the classes for 3 months. After your 10 weeks are over, from that time, these recording access will remain with you. And during this time, you can make your own notes. You can play as many times as possible to understand each and everything clearly. Although it won't be required, because everything will be clarified in the live classes only. And I'll soon discuss how the support is given, because it's a bulletproof support that we've developed over a period of last 4 years. So I'll talk about that in detail. Then you'll get videos of all kriyas done in the class. These will be small videos of each Kumbhak practice that was demonstrated. So you don't have to watch the whole 90 minutes of the class recording just to see how a Kumbhak practice is to be done. You can just play that video, and you'll be saving a lot of time that way. Then you'll get written instructions which you can download and take a print also. And these will come very handy when you're traveling, or when the internet is low, or when the speed of the internet is low. That time the videos won't play properly. But if you have these instructions with you, maybe in the printed form or on your device, on your mobile or your laptop, so you'll be able to practice even while you're traveling also. Then this is the most important part of the support system. Like I said, there'll be 2 live classes per week. The remaining days of the week, you'll be required to practice on your own. And while practicing on your own, if you have any doubt, any question, this is the place that you'll be asking in. As soon as you enroll, you'll be added to this private WhatsApp group or class group. Our mentors will be there in these groups. They'll be answering all your questions, they'll clarify all your doubts on a daily basis. On a daily basis, from morning till evening. Whatever question, whatever doubt you have, just ask, and you'll get a very satisfactory answer. Then individual participant progress tracking and feedback. As I told you, there are 3 modules in the program. After every module, you'll be filling up a short form. Through that form, we'll come to know if you're making progress, how much progress you're making, and if you're not making any progress, then we try to find out the reason. This helps us understand your progress, and at the same time helps us find out the reason if somebody is not making any progress. This is a very important part of our program. Then therapy customization for each participant in the 10th week. Please pay attention to this point, because this is linked to the first point. Do you remember the first point? The first point was Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. Based on your Pran Shakti diagnosis, your therapy will be customized in the 10th week. Everyone gets different therapy, different customization based on their system, based on their health issues, based on their Pran Shakti diagnosis. Now, a question may arise that if the diagnosis is done in the first week, why the customization is being given in the 10th week? Should it not be given in the first week only? Many people may have this question. Let me answer. There's a reason why this is done in the 10th week. When we talk about any kind of disease, and specifically when we are talking about neuro musculoskeletal problems, there's a lot of internal organ weakness. There's already an internal weakness. So if these customized practices will be given in the first week only, your body will not be able to bear the impact of these practices, because these are really powerful. These customized practices are really powerful. And if given in the first week only, the body will not be able to bear the impact of these practices. So in these 9 weeks, enough strength is built, internal strength is built, so that when these customized practices are given in the 10th week, your body will be able to take advantage of it, and you won't crash anyway. You won't get into any difficulty. That's why these are given in the 10th week. Now, you also get specially recorded audio instructions, which you can just listen and do your practices. You can play these instructions on your mobile device or your laptop, and keep practicing alongside whatever instructions are being given. So you see, there's a lot of support that is being given here. The recordings are there, the audio instructions are there. You'll be able to ask our doubts and questions on a daily basis in your class WhatsApp group. Written instructions are there. A lot of support is there because it's an online program. So we need to take care of each and everything. Now, this is something which you may not believe. This is what you get after the program is over. Live Zoom support for 12 months after the program is over. Let that sink in. So during this 1 year, you'll be able to access 48 live Zoom support sessions. And this is the only program that offers such a support, and that to a full 1 year, and that too through live Zoom sessions. One of our senior mentors will be there in these support sessions. You can just log in, clarify whatever doubt you have, and just you can come out of the session. So this is after the program is over. The support will be there during the program and after the program for full 1 year. Just unbelievable, but this is true. And let's see some program reviews and testimonial what people have said. If you type Avisa Healing and Fitness Private Limited on Google, you'll be able to reach our page and you'll be able to see about 210 or so. And these are increasing every day. And just notice that there's a star rating, average star rating of 4.8. And if you go to this and if you read all those, you'll get very long, very detailed kind of reviews. Because people, like you just heard Josephine ma'am talk about it. She was just going on because that's the kind of result that people get, and they just want to keep talking and talking. So the reviews also you'll find very long kind of reviews, most of them. If you go to YouTube and type Avisa Healing, AVISA space healing, you'll be able to see a green logo. This is our channel. If you go to this channel and go to the playlists and click on Ashtaang Chikitsa testimonials, this you'll be able to see, uh, if you see the red rectangle, this 409, this was I think 2 weeks back, but there are now 498 video testimonials. And for your information, let me tell you that only 10% of the people give any testimonial, because most of them don't want to talk about their health issues publicly. But these are people who are special people because they want to inspire others, they want to instill confidence into others, and that's why they were able to speak about their health issues publicly also. So what's the course fees? A lot of you must be waiting for the course fees. There are two options here. There are two arrangements. Option one is one-on-one personal classes, which means there'll be one instructor and one participant. Then option two is group classes. There'll be about 15 or so, maybe 20, depending on, because every batch is different, but on an average, 15 to 20 participants may be there. This is the difference. One instructor, one participant. I'll talk about this one first. INR 45,000 is the fee for one-on-one classes. And the time of these classes will be discussed after talking to you. The time that you want and the availability of our mentor that time. So that will be discussed after talking to you. Then the group classes. There's a special webinar fee of 15,000 rupees, INR 15,000. If we convert into Malaysian ringgit, it comes to 742 Malaysian ringgit. Singapore dollar, it's 224. Hong Kong dollar, it's 1372. Australian dollar, it's 266. Again, same figures I've given. You will share all these details in the chat and in the WhatsApp group also. Now let me just recap what all is there, what all you get in the program. First is the Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. Weekly one main class of 60 to 90 minutes, weekly one practice class of 60 to 90 minutes, access to recordings of the live classes for 3 months, videos of all kriyas done in the class, small videos, written instructions, private WhatsApp group to ask your doubts and questions on a daily basis, individual participant progress tracking and feedback, therapy customization in the 10th week, audio instructions, 48 live Zoom support sessions after the program is over. The 1 year support that I talked about after the program is over. So how to enroll? Step 1 is to pay the program fee. Then you can post your payment receipt in the WhatsApp group. Neha from our team, she will confirm your payment and then she will send you participant onboarding form and class WhatsApp group join link. And in the step 5, you'll be starting your classes to learn Ashtaang Chikitsa, simple 5-step process. These are the payment methods. Like the first few are for India. For international payments, you can use your credit card. If you have a PayPal account, you can use that. In the previous batches that we started for Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, a lot of people used wise.com. It's a site, so you can do a bank-to-bank transfer using this site, wise.com. We'll share all these details. And let me share the batch timing once again. This is a weekend batch, 19 July, 7:30 p.m. This is starting on 19 July. Then weekday batch, it's a morning batch, 7 a.m. batch. It starts on 4th August. Now, this is a world-class support team that I'll talk about, and this is the last slide of my part of the presentation. We have Rachna Shilva Bothra. She is the program director and the host of this webinar. Shalini Bhagwat is the class manager. Neha Upadhyay, she is the enrolled in charge. Manager IT, Ashwini Kumar. Then we have a full team of mentors, Ranjana, Soni, Aruna, Neena, Meera, Sushma, Manvi, Anjali, Gangan, Arijit. In technical, we have Sheetal. Sheetal is the person who will help you with anything related to technology. Let's say your video is not playing, if you're not able to log into your course dashboard. So she's the person who will be helping you out. In personal support, we have Anita, Kavita, Mehak. These people call each and every participant on WhatsApp to find out how your program is going on. If you're able to understand, if you're facing any problem. So they'll call you and talk to you directly on WhatsApp. WhatsApp admin Anil Chan, that's me. I, along with Rachna ji and Neha, will be answering all your questions after the webinar in the WhatsApp group. The same WhatsApp group where you got the link to attend this webinar, we'll be answering all your questions there. And because due to limited time, we may not be able to take up all questions that you'll be asking us shortly. But do not worry at all if your question is not answered or taken. Just post the same question in the WhatsApp group and we'll answer in detail. And every question will be answered if you post in the WhatsApp group. And with this, I come to the end of my part of the presentation. Thank you and namaskar. I hand over the webinar back to Rachna.
Thank you so much, Anilji, for sharing the program details. Now, since Swami G has joined in, we'll take up the question. So, Namaste, Swami Ji. Good evening. Just a sec. You can unmute. Yes. So please write your question. Oh, you're not able to unmute.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay. MRA, I have severe OA secondary to rheumatic arthritis. Osteoarthritis secondary to rheumatic arthritis.
So you're basically, the problem is autoimmune disorder. Right. The problem is autoimmune disorder. Am I audible? Am I clearly audible?
Yes.
So you basically want to ask if we can come out of autoimmune disorder or not. The right question would be, can somebody come out of autoimmune disorder? Rheumatic arthritis is one form of autoimmune disorder. There are many, many others. Now, autoimmune disorder, fundamentally, the word means that immunity is shooting up time and again, frequently. Right. So why would immunity shoot up? Because immunity is fundamentally designed to protect you. Now, if there would be a risk, it will shoot up. Now, what is the risk? What is the risk? If you put anything inside your body which is not your food, there will be a risk, isn't it? Now, suppose you put a chemical inside. Your body is not designed for consumption of chemical, isn't it? You don't put petrol in a diesel vehicle. You don't put petrol in a diesel vehicle or vice versa. Don't put diesel in a petrol vehicle. Now, if your body is not designed for chemicals, if you put chemicals, the immunity will shoot up, which you have been doing from childhood, isn't it? In fact, from your infancy, you have been doing this, putting some chemical inside the body for every kind of infection, fever, pain, and whatnot. Maybe if you have a chronic disease like diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid, then you're putting it every day. So when you put chemicals every day, the immunity will always shoot up very frequently. And you will see this as a proof that autoimmune disorders are increasing in the world today. Just 3 generations back, there was no autoimmune disorder. So one of the risk factor, which is creating this is chemical medication. The second one is food, chemical inside the food, or hybrid inorganic processed and genetically modified food. Your body doesn't recognize those things, and it creates a risk inside your body, because of which the immunity rises up. Apart from that, we have changed the ecosystem or the environment we are designed to live in. Right? The surrounding ecosystem, even we have changed the constituents of air that we breathe. So we have created a lot of opportunity for immunity to rise up very frequently. Not only that, the economic model, the social model that we have adopted helps in increasing the risk factor within your system, body and mind, and thereby the risk of autoimmune disorder will keep on increasing. So every chronic disease has an autoimmune factor associated with it. Like for example, you say blood pressure, because of stress, I've got blood pressure. What is stress? The risk. And your body has become less tolerant towards risk. In three generation, we have lost the tolerance of human body by almost 80%, 70 to 80%. So I'll tell you how to come out of autoimmune disorder. Number one, you need to increase your tolerance. Now, how to increase your tolerance? When you lift a weight, you tolerate a weight. Suppose you lift 10 kg weight, you tolerate that weight. How do you lift that weight? By holding your breath, isn't it? You lift any weight by holding your breath. That means your tolerance is equivalent to breath hold capacity, which we call as Kumbhak. So if you want to increase the tolerance, you will have to increase the breath hold capacity. You will have to increase the Kumbhak capacity. For that, you will have to do Kumbhak. There is no other way. Let me tell you clearly, categorically. There is no other way. Second, metabolism and immunity works in inversely proportional. Or you can say if metabolism rises up, metabolism means the ability of your body to consume food or to utilize food. So if the metabolism goes up, the immunity balances out. If the immunity goes up, metabolism goes down. You can experience it, or you must have experienced it when you would have got flu or corona. Whenever flu happens, your hunger quotient goes down. Your hunger reduces. Body says, I don't want to eat. That means metabolism goes down and immunity goes up. So if you increase the metabolism, you can balance the immunity. That's how you can balance the autoimmune factor. First one is tolerance. The second one is increasing metabolism. Now, what is that medicine which can increase your metabolism? Is there any medicine in the world which can increase your metabolism? In fact, because of medicine, your metabolism has gone down. So no chemical medication can increase your metabolic strength. No food can increase your metabolic strength. In fact, food reduces your strength. As you age, suppose a 70-year-old person has consumed food for 70 years, not become a superhuman. The metabolism or the strength factor of the body keeps on decreasing with age. You can't increase it with food. So no medicine can increase it, no food can increase it. So what is metabolism? If the length of your inhalation is such that you can hold 4 to 5 times more than that length. Suppose you inhale for a count of 8 seconds. Now 4 to 5 times, 5 is 40. 40 seconds your holding capacity has to be there. Only then your metabolism is okay. Or you can also calculate it, or you can also correlate it with the strength of your body to push, pull, or lift weight. That is the breath hold factor. Breath hold factor, if you increase the breath hold capacity, your metabolism will increase. Tolerance, breath hold, metabolism, breath hold. Now, autoimmune disorder. Another way to look at autoimmune disorder in Ayurvedic terms, is an imbalance of something called as Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Vata means pressure, Pitta means temperature, and Kapha is material utilization. So if the pressure and temperature of your body is maintained properly, your autoimmune disorder will come to a balance. Now, how can you correct the pressure ecosystem of your body? By holding your breath. There is no other way. Can you change the temperature of your body? No. The way to change the thermal ecosystem of your body is through pressure only. The more pressure will be there in your body, the more temperature it will create. So in those terms also, in Ayurvedic terms also, you have to correct the Vata and Pitta. How do you correct the Vata Pitta? By Kumbhak, by breath hold capacity. It has to be done in a particular manner. That is why we formulate it, we diagnose you and give you customized practice, tailor-made practice according to your system. So 3 ways we have looked at autoimmune disorder. In all the 3 ways, it can be corrected. But no medicine, no food can correct it. Let me also tell you, even if Ishvara or God comes, he'll not be able to correct you. Write it in a stamp paper. Because your body is designed to correct itself. Nobody else can do it for you. So you'll have to work upon your body, empower this body to correct itself, to increase the recovery strength, and it can be corrected.
Okay. The next question is from Riya Sidhu, ma'am. Namaste, Swamiji. I have mild stroke on my left side with BP, diabetes, and cholesterol. Can I stop my medication and will I be able to come out of this?
See, I can show you many thousands of people who have come out of medication of blood pressure and diabetes. Right? But by reducing the glucose level or correcting the blood pressure to some idea of 120 by 80, in the last 100 years, nobody has come out of diabetes and blood pressure. In fact, blood pressure has become, or heart attack has become the #1 cause of death.
and diabetes is increasing at an alarming rate. It is becoming an epidemic. So whatever the current narrative of correcting the blood sugar, correcting the blood pressure is not working. In fact, it is creating uh, weak human beings because it has deviated the genome of human beings. In the last 100 years, the genome of human beings have been deviated because you are unnecessarily putting this body under a pressure, which is an idea, not a truth, not a reality. So we are deviating the genetics of human being, which is not a good idea, which is not a good thing, because then what will happen? The kids that we are going to give birth, they'll be disabled from their childhood, either a diabetic person or some kind of a chronic disorder, organ failure, and so on and so forth, which is happening at this point of time. I've seen kids 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, type 1 diabetic, taking insulin. And we have kids who have done Kumbhak and come out of insulin and diabetes. So, is there a chance that you can come out of your medication and all these problems? Yes, there is a chance, not only a chance, but there is an opportunity. But this opportunity is all about empowering your body. Nobody will come and do some magic on you and correct you. It cannot happen. Neither it has happened in the past, nor it will happen in the future. The current model of education has increased superstition in the world. So we'll have to actually come to reality.
Okay. Any remedy for sleep apnea?
Sleep apnea. I can show you many people who were into this condition of sleep apnea, and just by doing Kumbhak, they have come out of it. So, any remedy for sleep apnea? Yes. See, one thing I would like you to look at is your lung has to make a certain amount of effort for breathing. While you are standing, the effort making ability is better. The moment you sleep down, and we can also correlate it with the change in the energy flow in the body. The moment you sleep down, inhalation, the effort which lung requires for inhalation exhalation actually reduces. That is why breathing becomes difficult while lying down. Now, increasing the oxygenation of it doesn't really work. In fact, it works in opposite direction. It weakens the lung. It actually creates a weak lung. If you're taking an oxygen support, first of all, oxidation, have you heard about oxidation? Your blood has iron. More oxygen goes into your blood, more oxidative stress, it is called as oxidative stress. Antioxidants you will have to take a lot, which is again a chemical. So please correlate whatever I'm saying. You can easily correlate, Google it down. So oxygen will always increase the oxidative stress of your body. A lot of toxins will get produced in your body. Right? Pain factors will increase. Oxidation actually reduces the heart strength also. Only thing is, we think if we give more oxygen, the body will not require that amount of air to extract oxygen. The lung will not have to do its work. Suppose your legs don't have to do its work, your legs will become weak, isn't it? If your lungs doesn't have to do work in extracting oxygen, your lungs will become weak. You'll die of a lung failure. It is only by walking that you can strengthen your legs, isn't it? By sitting on a wheelchair, nobody has strengthened the leg in eons, in any number of millions of years human being has been on this earth. Right? So just apply a little common sense and you'll see what we are doing is dangerous, is disastrous. So increasing the lung capacity, we have any number of thousands and thousands of people. By doing Kumbhak, the lung capacity always increases. In Corona period, when we made people do Kumbhak, they didn't have to use any ventilator. People started calling Kumbhak as the ventilator of the body. So we have many examples prove people have come out of their inhalers, their steroids, their lung problem like asthmas, and lack of oxygenation or less oxygen in the body. Oxygen saturation, wherever it decreases, just do Kumbhak and it increases. And many people have come out of sleep apnea.
Okay. The next question is from Deena Shahman. I had a keyhole surgery to repair a torn meniscus in 3 places. How to reduce swelling, inflammation, scarring, and get full mobility?
We did the first scientific experiment in the world correlating Kumbhak with mitochondria health and inflammation in the body. This was the first scientific experiment in the world. And what we found that in 4 weeks of doing Kumbhak, the mitochondria health improves drastically. That means you feel more energy while doing Kumbhak. And this is the uh, experience of now lakhs of people in direct or indirect form. So the mitochondria health can only be increased through Kumbhak. There is no other way, first of all. So that means your lack of energy uh, can be easily sorted out. The second thing is inflammatory factors. In this same experiment, we found that inflammation in the body reduces by doing Kumbhak. Right? So apart from that, I'd like to tell you something else, like meniscus tear. You get meniscus tear because there is a lack of flexibility in your body. The second is regenerative strength of your body is weak. Kumbhak increases the flexibility of body. That you can always do an experiment with yourself. Try to stand up and try to touch your knee with your forehead. And just hold your breath for some time. Do it few times and then again try to touch your head with the knees. And you'll say you'll reach closer. What it also means is Kumbhak increases the flexibility of your body. So the chances of meniscus tear comes down. The second factor, which I have already told, is the metabolic factor. The metabolic strength improves, the regenerative strength improves, and thereby the rehabilitation, when you say after a surgery, would always be to increase the regenerative factor of your body, which Kumbhak does. So rehabilitation has to be done through Kumbhak, even if somebody has gone through a surgery.
Okay. The next question is from Lalita ma'am. Is lupus condition manageable with these practices?
Once again, it has some correlation with autoimmune disorder. So I've told about autoimmune, it can be corrected. Thereby, lupus condition can be helped. And any other autoimmune syndrome. There are many diseases which has an autoimmune factor associated with it. Even diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid, there are autoimmune disorders associated with them.
Okay. Tharisini Supriya talks about, I've been having stiff neck issues that leads to headaches very frequently, getting tired. 2 X-rays done, and both the time they said only physio will help. But recently I realized my sinuses are getting bad. For the past 2 weeks, my ears are blocked. Went to the specialist. They said ear pressures are imbalanced. Can these therapy help?
That's what I'm saying. The diagnosis is wrong. If the diagnosis is correct, then it can be corrected or it can be helped. For example, the metabolism is weak. That is why you are getting the metabolic heat of your body is weak. That's why you are getting sinus issues. And stiffness also suggests metabolic weakness. The moment your body gets some kind of a heat or movement, you'll see it will come to an ease. The condition comes to an ease. So the first thing, the problem is metabolic heat is weak. It has to be increased. Only then you will get help. All these problems are associated with lack of metabolic heat. And as I said, Kumbhak increases the flexibility by increasing the heat factor of your body. Sinus is also connected to the heat factor. Right? If you'll see the sinus problem increases when the season is a little on a colder side because of lack of heat. The body has an ability to generate heat. That ability to generate heat is called as Jaఠaragni in Ayurveda or Grihapatya. In English, we can call it metabolic heat. It can only be increased through Kumbhak. There is no other way to increase metabolic heat. That's why I'm saying if you do Kumbhak, these problems can be completely solved. Even the pressure, as I said, Kumbhak is a pressure correcting mechanism. So how will you correct the pressure inside your ear? By doing Kumbhak. Is there any other way? No, there is no other way.
Okay. Deepak sir, I have high blood pressure and knee pain, osteoporosis, arthritis. Can they be cured together or need separate sessions?
See, most of your problem can be solved by just this program. Whatever's been left after doing it for 6 months, you'll see that whatever is left, then we can suggest you joining some other program. But most of the problem can be resolved with just one program.
Okay. Deena Shah, kindly advise how I can bring the good cholesterol up and very bad cholesterol down without medication and keep blood glucose levels in control and with insulin resistance. What is the best exercise to increase metabolism and reduce weight?
Go to the Google and type American College of Physician report 2016. Right? With an extensive research, what they have found is cholesterol is good in every form. In fact, high cholesterol level means your uh, the ability to uh, absorb risk has increased. Only if your risk factor is high, the ability to absorb risk is your cholesterol and triglyceride levels. So the level of cholesterol and triglyceride only suggests that your ability to absorb risk has increased. There is nothing wrong in cholesterol and triglyceride. And there is a study, you can Google it down, that cholesterol and triglyceride are not related to heart attacks or atherosclerosis, heart blockages. Now, these are recent studies. You can go through them, but you have an idea which has been put in you for some time from the last few decades, isn't it? Cholesterol, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, this and that. Cholesterol is always good. If you have high cholesterol, tap your body that it has saved you. If the cholesterol level doesn't increase, you'll crash down. Let me say it very clearly. If the cholesterol level of your body doesn't increase, you will crash down. Increased cholesterol level only means that it has saved you. So it is not bad. There is no good and bad cholesterol. Now, having said it, you have an idea. Having said it, you have an idea. What you basically want is, my body should not get into risk. If your body gets into risk, cholesterol and triglyceride will increase. So what you basically are saying is, my body should not get into a risk. That means the tolerance of your body needs to increase. And we have seen by doing Kumbhak, cholesterol and triglyceride level, which are increased, comes to a normal level. Right? We make people drink ghee, ghee, clarified butter. It reduces the risk factor of your body and the cholesterol level actually comes down. Can you believe this? We make people drink ghee and their cholesterol level comes down because the risk factor of your body comes down through ghee.
Okay. Seema ma'am,
Any other question?
lots of body pain and heat in the body due to menopause and have slight blood pressure. Will Kumbhak be useful?
Slight blood pressure is not a problem, first of all, because your blood pressure has to increase with your age. Your age plus 110, that is the range around which your blood pressure should be. So if you are 50, your blood pressure 160, the upper level, systolic level is good. Even plus 10, minus 10, that means 170, it can go up to 170, it is normal. So if the 50-year-old person has a blood pressure of 160 or 170, it is okay. So when you say slight increase in the blood pressure, you are actually ideating it around 120, a little more. So that is not an issue, first of all. The second thing is hormonal imbalance is an issue. The real issue is hormonal imbalance. So hormonal flow suddenly stops and the body doesn't know what to do. It gets into a traumatic condition. So once again, how to help one person out of a trauma? The resilience of the body has to increase. The tolerance of the body has to increase. The first thing is you must do Kumbhak to increase the tolerance and the resilience. Then in Kumbhak also, we give some methods which can balance your flow factor in the body, be it hormonal flow or any other flow. The third thing is by enhancing the metabolic factor, by enhancing the regenerative capacity, by enhancing the food utilizing capacity, by enhancing the organ functionality, you'll be helping yourself come out of post-menopausal syndrome. Right? So your body can only help you come out of post-menopausal syndrome. If you do Kumbhak, you'll see you'll be able to manage it very well.
Okay. Mia Munshi ma'am, my question is to heal for fibula nerve damage.
Nerve damage, nerve regeneration. Once again, nerve regeneration. There are stem cells in the body. Type it in the Google stem cells. Type the second word in the Google epigenetics. Right? So, neuroplasticity, another word, neuroplasticity. What it suggests is the nerve cell can be regenerated. The second thing is you need to give trigger to the stem cells in your body to regenerate the nerve cells. Kumbhak is the epigenetic trigger. 99% of your genetics can also be changed. 99%, that is called as epigenetics. So Kumbhak is an epigenetic trigger which actually creates a high regenerative factor in your body, and also it can change the genetics of your body. We have had reports where chromosomal defect actually became fine by doing Kumbhak. So we can say it with a lot of confidence and surety that even the genetics can be changed through Kumbhak. Any other question?
Yes, iPhone, I'm having numbness in both my hands, fingers during morning once I'm awake. Even sitting down too long also cause numbness in both legs. Please advise what is the remedy for me to overcome this numbness.
See, numbness can happen due to lack of energy in the body, lack of the pressure ecosystem not being fine. Two things. The third thing is there is a neurodegeneration. There are three things in the body which can create numbness. One is lack of energy. The second is the pressure ecosystem has become weak. The third thing is regenerative factor has become weak, or there is neurodegeneration. So all these three things I have talked about. If you want to increase your energy, we have done the first scientific research in the world, Kumbhak. The second factor is the pressure ecosystem of the body has deteriorated, has become weak. Again, pressure ecosystem can only be corrected through Kumbhak. The third is regeneration of neurons. And I told you neuroplasticity, an epigenetic trigger, and Kumbhak can help regenerate nerve fibers.
Okay, anybody from the participants who would like to ask their question can please do so. I've unmuted you. Please raise your hands and we'll take your questions one by one. Anybody? It's about your health and Swamiji is in front of you. The more you ask, the more you'll get your doubts cleared, and then you can take a call whether you join the program or not. So please do not hesitate to ask your questions. Raise your hands one by one and Swamiji will answer your questions. Okay, there is one
Can
question.
CKD be cured? CKD, we have found that after doing Kumbhak, the creatinine level actually reduces. The second thing is creatinine level can go up to whatever number, it can go up to 30 or even more than that. But your body has an ability to get it down. So by doing dialysis, we are destroying the body's ability to correct the creatinine level. By doing Kumbhak, creatinine level can be reduced. But we have not created a program for CKD specially. But if you'll do Kumbhak, it will help your kidneys. We'll actually customize your practice according to your problem.
Okay,
Nia
Nia
Munshi, yes,
Munshi,
go ahead.
yeah.
Right. Hi. Swami G, thank you very much for the info on the stem cells on neuroplasticity. I was reading through the info that you give me on the epigenetics. See, my issues, I'm a cancer patient. I managed to survive my cancer, but then they did another surgery on my fibula, which has caused some nerve damage and is more painful than my cancer. And all these things, I'm Ayurvedic trained, yeah, but then I'm not as much as you are because I'm a foreigner per se. And I did manage to do something to my legs under Ayurvedic with castor oil, blah, blah, blah. But I still cannot feel my toes. This degeneration has been for 4 years now.
Now we have had many people like that. Even
Right.
we had a person who had paralysis on the right side of the body, and the sensations were not there in the right side of the body. And after doing 8 months of Kumbhak, approximately 90% of his sensation came back.
Right. 8 months,
So it can
90%.
happen. But then your body will do it. You can't do it through any other
Yeah,
substance
I
from
totally
outside, like
agree. I
Ayurvedic
totally
medicine,
agree with
chemical
that. Yeah.
medicine.
Only in
Mm.
Ayurveda we have this belief system that the body heals. I've been looking for it for the last
Yeah.
4 years, and no one. And I stopped taking all the medications, and I can feel my body more after stopping all the strong medication, especially the
Yes. After
Vindex.
stopping the medication, you'll
Yeah,
absolutely true.
and
You'll feel
it
more.
was terrible. It was terrible, but I managed to pull through. Even I stopped immediately after my cancer treatment, and I didn't take anything, and I can feel my body say crying for help. And I go back to I have memory lapse after my cancer. Stopping the medication, my memory comes back, and I will go back to my Ayurvedic textbook. So this is a blessing that I found your website and your classes, and I would seriously think about it because I did my research. I did my thinking thought process through Ayurvedic, and I believe I'm in a good place. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll have to leave now. If you have any other question, you can put it in the group. You'll get an answer to that. All right.
Swamiji, one last
Thank
question,
you.
if you can.
क्या बोलो?
एक question था. Deepak sir, my wife has lichen planus, and I had shared my issue of high BP and knee
Lichen
pain.
planus ठीक हो गया. हाँ.
Would we do the
high
same
BP, knee
Kumbhak?
pain. Yes. Lichen planus लोगों का खत्म हुआ है. Sorry. People have come out of lichen planus by doing Kumbhak. And BP and knee problem, you can join this program. You'll see your BP will go away. Most of the people don't have BP. Only their number is something that they have an idea that it's high. There won't be a problem if you do Kumbhak. All right. Thank you for joining the webinar, and hope to see many of you in the program. Right.
Thank you so much to all the participants, and namaste. And whatever questions is left behind, please write in the webinar group and we will get it answered shortly. Till then, stay happy, stay well.